So it's finally summer break and you are actually able to have a breather, but you know deep down on the inside, there's some things that I need to get done. Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, The Inspiring School Counselor. And as you guys can already tell from the title below, we're going to be getting into how you can utilize your summer to catapult your school counselor career. And I'm excited to be getting into this with you guys. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. All right, let's get into it. So one of the things that you're going to want to make sure that you do, and I would highly suggest you do this first, and that is just talk to your administrators, your principal. See if there's anything that is going to be like a change to your schedule or a change to your duties or whatnot. But you just want to have a sit-down conversation with your principal just to discuss, just different things and preparing for next year. I actually was able to sit down with my principal, and let me tell you guys, it was very informal. It don't have to be something that's formal. If you could just, maybe you can run in her office really quick and ask her a few questions, and or ask him a few questions, and they're able to give you the details that you need. But it doesn't have to be something that is like completely drawn out like an evaluation type of thing. But you definitely want to utilize an opportunity to speak to your principal about anything that could be changing with anything that you are doing next year. So that you can have an idea of what to prepare for and what are some new things that you're going to have to incorporate or even take out. I'm actually able to create my own schedule for lessons, and I'm actually going to be working with the librarian and me just coming up with a schedule where I can come during her class time to teach a lesson. So it's really coming together. But if I never sat down and talked to my principal about that, then I wouldn't be prepared for lessons. I wouldn't be, which actually I already have lessons that's already prepared for the year before. However, there's a lot of things that I can revamp and redo now that I have that conversation with her a couple weeks ago. So that is important. You definitely want to sit down and talk to your administrator. Another thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do is organize, okay? I don't know about you guys, which I shared once again this before, but I'm actually moving rooms. So this is a perfect time for me to organize and get everything, together and get rid of stuff that I don't need, and, kind of just bring things to the forefront that I might have forgotten about because I did not need it before. But this is a perfect opportunity during this summer to go to the school and just get your stuff together. And that is something that I'm actually going to be doing come next week, and I can't wait. And that's when I'm going to show you guys just how I'm organizing my room and everything like that. But you can also utilize this opportunity to bring in like some new furniture that you might want to bring in for your classroom or your office. You might want to change some decor. You also might want to get rid of some old like individual counseling forms and referral forms. You might want to label things. So there's a lot of different type of organizational things that you can do. And also that organization can include, getting your lessons together, getting activities together, printing off different lessons and activities that you're going to have to do with this student. So you're wanting to really just utilize this time that you have. So there's a lot of different type of organizational things that you can do during this summer so that you don't have to worry about it by the time, school is back in and you're trying to do that with all the other 100 things that you have to do as a school counselor. So definitely you want to utilize this time to organize. Another thing that you're going to want to do is get together your newsletters and your brochures. Maybe your brochures can tell about your school counseling program and what all that looks like. And also you can do a newsletter that can do that as well. Or even just do like a welcome newsletter. But I highly recommend for you to put something like that together so that whenever school starts, you're able to hand out things. I don't know if your school do this, but we're actually having a back to school like bash. And so I'm definitely going to use that time to pass out information, have a booth or something that can just highlight these different things. I don't know if we're going to be giving away like little bags to each student, but I might need to put some of my stuff in those little bags so that the parents can get a hold of that, the kids can get a hold of that as well, and they can know about, for one, who I am, and to know about the school counseling program and how I am here for them and to help them any way possible. So that is something that you're going to want to do. And you might not have to, if you already created a newsletter and brochure before, like I have, you might not have to do anything. You might just have to package that back up and send it out again. Or you might want to change some things. I know that that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be changing some things on there, and I'm sending that out again for this year. So that is something that you can do. I also will utilize this time to get your needs assessment together so that it can be ready to be sent out. So it's change. If you're using a needs assessment that you've already used prior, you can change some dates on there if you have to, or change some questions if you need to. I know that I just posted a video that basically just showed you how to create a needs assessment using Google Forms. So you're definitely going to want to go and watch that. I'll go ahead and put that in the card above and in the description down below. But that is something that you can do as well, so that by the time the first week of school comes, you are already, that can be already sent out and given to whoever it needs to be given to. Also, I do want to say that is why you do a needs assessment, specifically sending it out to the teachers, so that you know what lessons that you can get together for the kids. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing that you're going to want to prepare for is your 504 meetings. All right. If you are a school counselor that is dealing with 504s, then you definitely going to want to have your, I think it's like a review meeting. I forgot what they call it, you guys. I'm still new at this as far as 504s, but you want to get those meetings together so that you can meet with the parents, talk about any accommodations that was, needed the year before, and if there needs to be any adjustments to the 504 plan. So you are going to want to get those meetings together. Another thing that you're going to want to do is update your school counselor schedule. So especially if you're like me and your schedule is going to be a little bit different than what it was the year before, then you're definitely going to want to update that so that you can, be all prepared and ready, especially when you have to give that schedule out maybe to your parents or to your administrator. You just want to make sure that's already done. And so that is something that I'm going to have to make sure that I do. So I'm glad that I made this list because I'm going to be checking off this list as well, okay? You also want to prepare for any events that you're wanting to do this school year. So let's say if you want to incorporate any type of spirit weeks, maybe you want to do something with Black History Month, or maybe you want to do something regarding career and college readiness. You want to get all of that together in the actual dates of when you're wanting to get that together, so that, and it don't have to be specific to the dates, but at least in the month that you're wanting to do it, so that you will be able to work around everyone's schedule and kind of give everybody an update of what things that you are planning. So keep that in mind. If there's any events that you're wanting to do, kind of get that organized and together. I know for me, I have to make sure that I am getting the school store prepared. So I don't know if you have a school store or if you are incorporating a school store this year. You're going to want to get everything together for that, from printing off the money to, giving that out to the teachers and the staff, the faculty and staff, basically. You're going to want to get the cart together, decorating that however you would like to decorate that. I know for me, I'm going to have to get purchase more items. I don't know how much we're going to be getting this year for as far as the school counselor money that we get, but hopefully I know that soon. But whenever I have the faculty meeting, I think we call it the principal's discretionary meeting, but I'm going to be speaking during that meeting, basically going over the PBIS and what that's going to look like for the school. But I'll also be, letting them know that, the goal is to incorporate the school store once again this year, but I have to wait for my school counselor money and everything to get in. I also might even create a donation letter to send out to different businesses that would be willing to give, so that I can, kind of purchase things that way. So that is something I'm gonna have to write that down. And another thing that you're going to want to do is just meet any new faculty and staff that is joining and being a part of the family, okay? So you want to make sure that you touch bases. I know for me, I don't know if I can say if I actually met them, like shook hands and said hello, but I do know that there are some that I might not have initially really met before. So I want to make sure that I touch bases with them, but you're going to want to make sure that you touch bases with any new faculty and staff so that they know who you are, and so that you also know who they are and how you both can help each other in any way possible. I would also utilize this time to get any professional developments in, any in-services in. I know one of the biggest things for school counselors is getting in services that's actually going to be addressing the things that we do or be a benefit to things that we do. So I know that for my school district, they're really good at providing different things that's going to be complement to what we do as school counselors. So if it is that you can be a part of any in-services, you want to make sure that you do that. But number one thing is professional developments. That is important because that will kind of give you like a boost and like, man, I'm ready for this. Okay. I don't know if we are actually ever ready for it, but hey, it will kind of give you that motivation. So that is everything that I have written down. If there is more, I would definitely do a part 2 to this video, but for right now, that's all I can come up with. But if you can think of anything else, just put it down in the comments below because I know that I would love to read it and I know that others would love to read it as well. I thank you guys so much for your time. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. All right? I hope you guys are enjoying your summer and I'll see you guys next time.